Well, first of all, let me congratulate the Chinese. They are following the United States step by step. However, we do have to worry in the sense that hypersonic drones are the next weapons of choice. And the Chinese, not to be outdone, have stated that they too are working on hypersonic drones.
Welcome to Spaceverse, where we embark on a cosmic journey through the mysteries of the universe. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for our interstellar adventures and uncover the wonders of the cosmos. Recent Chinese discoveries on the moon have upended previous notions about lunar water. In a remarkable achievement, China's Chang'e 5 spacecraft collected lunar samples, including over 60 ounces of soil and rock enriched with minerals like Chang'e 5 and helium-3, even before returning to Earth. It hinted at the presence of water on the lunar surface, sparking excitement about this valuable resource. The moon, long thought to be devoid of water due to scorching temperatures, has surprised scientists by concealing significant amounts of water in frozen ice, mainly at its polar regions. NASA is now planning missions to tap into this invaluable resource for future space exploration. The origin of this lunar water is a celestial puzzle. Some speculate it came from asteroid impacts, while others believe it might be hidden within the moon itself. Chinese and European researchers suggest answers may lie in tiny glass beads found in moon samples retrieved by Chang'e 5. These beads likely formed from meteorite impacts and incredibly contain traces of water. Yes, there is water on the moon. Renowned scientist Sun Hu from the Chinese Academy of Sciences unveiled an astonishing find. There's approximately 2,000 kilograms of dormant water in every ton of lunar soil residing in crystalline structures scattered throughout the moon's equatorial and polar regions. This water, mostly in the form of hydroxyl, might even exist as molecules. The estimate suggests these glassy structures could hide a staggering 270 billion tons of water, surpassing previous estimates of 600 million tons in lunar polar craters made by NASA in 2010. The lunar samples gathered by Chang'e 5 have provided remarkable insights. These water-containing glass beads began forming around 2 billion years ago during intense meteorite bombardment, likely influenced by solar winds. This revelation not only suggests water on the moon, but also implies that these beads regulate the moon's water cycle, potentially making lunar water a vital resource for future space exploration and human survival beyond Earth. Researchers from the Institute of Geology and Geophysics at the Chinese Academy of Sciences further confirmed the presence of water in Chang'e 5's data through spectral reflectance analysis, opening the door to the possibility of a more extensive lunar water reservoir than previously thought. This discovery marks a significant shift from the barren lunar landscape once described by Apollo astronauts in 1969. The long-standing narrative of the moon as an arid and barren wasteland began to crumble. The Indian Space Research Organization's Chandrayaan-1 craft discerned faint whispers of moisture gracing the lunar exterior. Yet, a shroud of uncertainty veiled the nature of this revelation. Was it bona fide H2O or a peculiarly chemical hydroxyl akin to a household drain cleaner? According to the insights of NASA's postdoctoral scholar Casey Hannibal, subsequent explorations unveiled frozen reservoirs nestled within the enigmatic craters cloaked in perpetual lunar shadow, adorning the polar terrain with their icy presence. However, as researchers revisited the hallowed Apollo samples, they stumbled upon an enigma of their own. A revelation of water molecules ensnared within glassy beads and crystalline formation, leaving them befuddled and to some extent skeptical. Was this water undeniably lunar in origin, or had it been sullied by Earth's terrestrial humidity, seeping its way into the precious lunar cargo housed in Houston's confines? And lo and behold, just a month prior to China's Chang'e 5 lunar lander unearthing water on the moon's surface, NASA was engaged in an earth-shattering announcement. From an astonishing altitude of 45,000 feet above Earth, they boldly proclaimed the existence of water in the moon's sun-drenched reaches. Yes, you heard it correctly. NASA harnessed the Stratospheric Observatory for Infrared Astronomy to capture the distinctively resonant signals emitted by water molecules. These groundbreaking findings tantalizingly hinted that lunar water might be a far more widespread commodity than previously surmised, potentially extending its aqueous dominion beyond the frigid confines of the lunar poles. Former studies had dropped tantalizing hints about water's lurking presence, yet the veritable game-changer arrived with China's recent lunar touchdown. As elucidated by the eminent planetary scientist Matt Siegler, the spectral reflectance data acquired had to undergo meticulous temperature adjustments to unveil the precise water content. However, the catch lay in deciphering an object's exact temperature from such a formidable distance. This is what rendered the Chang'e 5 mission truly extraordinary. By descending upon the lunar realm, it acquired the means to gauge temperature directly, thus dispelling all ambiguity. But before your imagination conjures babbling lunar brochs and shimmering celestial lakes, temper your expectations. The water unearthed by Chang'e 5 remains minuscule, discreetly concealed within the lunar soil of the ironically named region known as Oceanus Procellarum, or the Ocean of Storms. Scientists postulate that this lunar moisture might be a byproduct of the solar wind, a torrent of charged particles unleashed by our radiant sun. When this solar wind laden with hydrogen atoms and collides with the lunar soil and rocky terrain, it can potentially birth water. In a twist of cosmic intrigue, moon rocks from the same locality boasted an elevated water concentration, hinting at an as yet undiscovered water source, an elusive lunar crystal of rare provenance. Yet, the lunar narrative unfolds further. Scientists chanced upon an astounding revelation: an extraordinary lunar crystal with the potential to serve as an inexhaustible wellspring of energy for our entire planet. China's space agency, the China National Space Administration, or CNSA, has been seizing the limelight with its remarkable strides in space exploration, rivaling the endeavors of NASA, erecting its celestial space station and dispatching a litany of ambitious missions into the cosmic abyss. China's profound discoveries, the most recent of which has sent shockwaves through the global scientific community, stand testament to its unwavering commitment to unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos. Curious about the lunar revelation that Michio Kaku unveiled? Picture this: a crystal, unearthed from lunar basalt particles in 2020, composed of a substance previously veiled from the eyes of science, harboring a pivotal ingredient for nuclear fusion, the very same process that fuels the celestial ballet of our sun and the stars strewn across our galaxy. After this clandestine revelation, the China National Space Administration, or CNSA, and the China Atomic Energy Authority stepped into the cosmic spotlight to herald the discovery of a novel lunar material, christened with the appellation Chang'e 5 in homage to China's Chang'e 5 robotic odyssey, which had been unveiled by intrepid scientists from the hallowed halls of Beijing's Research Institute of Uranium Geology. In the realm of lunar exploration, China now stands shoulder to shoulder with the United States and the former Soviet Union as one of the exclusive triumvirate to have unearthed a fresh lunar mineral. This historic feat was made conceivable through the execution of the first lunar sample return mission since the 1970s, triumphantly ferrying back over 1.7 kilograms of lunar treasure to our terrestrial abode, the piece de resistance. This newfound lunar gem, bestowed with the moniker Chang'e 5 in reverential tribute to the lunar goddess of Chinese mythology, Chang, as decreed by the Beijing Research Institute of Uranium Geology. Now let's journey into the heart of the mission that bequeathed us this extraordinary discovery. The Chang'e 5 robotic sojourn, departing from the hallowed grounds of Hainan Province, accomplished a remarkable return to Earth bearing a payload of 1,731 grams of lunar rocks and soil, almost half a century since the last lunar samples were gathered. This epic 23-day odyssey etched itself into the annals of space exploration history as one of China's most audacious missions to date. Following the triumphant homecoming, the lunar specimens were meticulously divided into 21 parcels and entrusted to researchers hailing from 13 domestic organizations, each engaged in the pursuit of knowledge across 31 scientific projects. This monumental achievement etched China's name alongside the United States and the former Soviet Union as the third nation to unearth lunar materials, a collaborative endeavor that enlisted the efforts of various esteemed institutions including the Chinese Academy of Sciences, the Ministry of Education, and the Ministry of Natural Resources. The results, nothing short of awe-inspiring. A diminutive translucent crystal, ensconced on the moon's surface, scarcely wider than a human hair, yet holding the keys to possibilities that terrestrial scientists had hitherto dared not dream of. This celestial treasure, formed 1.2 billion years ago during lunar volcanic activity, holds a game-changing substance: helium-3. This rare element, abundant on the moon's surface due to solar wind, is hailed as a potential clean and efficient energy source for Earth. Helium-3 is a prime candidate for nuclear fusion, a process that generates more energy than it consumes with reduced radiation and radioactive waste, unlike current nuclear fission, which produces hazardous byproducts. Helium-3 fusion offers a cleaner and safer energy solution. This discovery has ignited a lunar rush, with nations like the United States and China eyeing helium-3 mining. Chang 5's findings could accelerate our quest for lunar resources, turning the moon into a potential source of abundant, clean energy for the future. However, brace yourself for the revelations about the forthcoming Chang 6 mission, scheduled for the year 2024, in which the ambition is to harvest the inaugural samples from the moon's enigmatic dark side, forever concealed from our terrestrial vantage point. While it may be premature to affix a price tag to this embryonic fuel source, it is a safe presumption that it won't come cheap. Yet, here lies the quandary. We require a substantial abundance of these lunar crystals, particularly if we aspire to fuel the formidable machinery of fusion reactors. It sounds akin to the plot of an enthralling space epic. Does it not? But there's more, a facet of this narrative that elevates the intrigue. Prepare to be astounded. A mere 25 tons of helium-3, roughly the cargo capacity of a space shuttle, could sustain the entire United States for a year, with an appraised economic valuation of $3 billion per ton. This discovery possesses the potential to ignite a cosmic rivalry among nations and enterprises yearning to harvest lunar helium-3. Amidst the revelation of peculiarly hued substances, China's lunar pursuits extend beyond the boundaries of water detection. Recall Chang 4, China's inaugural lunar rover. It boasts the distinguished distinction of being the first spacecraft to grace the uncharted far side of the moon, a domain untouched by preceding missions. Launched on December 7, 2018, and landing on January 3, 2019, Chang 4 made astonishing discoveries. In 2019, while the rover rested from the scorching sun on July 28, a vigilant scientist spotted a perplexing find of peculiar gel-like substance on the far side of the moon. This enigmatic discovery intrigued scientists due to its unusual appearance and composition. Without delay, the rover's team abandoned their lunar robot's scheduled slumber and embarked on an enthralling quest for answers. Enchanted by their discovery, the scientists opted to pivot the rover's mission objectives to delve into the enigma of this peculiar substance. Consequently, they steered U-2 through a maze of minor impact craters, leading it closer to this captivatingly hued enigma. Employing its visible and near-infrared spectrometer, or VNIS, U-2 subjected the substance and its immediate environs to meticulous scrutiny, seeking to unveil its underlying composition. Yet, the riddle that shrouds the true nature of this vibrant substance continues to linger over the lunar landscape. Might it be a vestige of a fiery celestial collision, a meteoric ballet with the moon's surface? At present, certainty eludes us, leaving experts to revel in the mysteries that beckon for elucidation. This peculiar substance, detected by the rover's vigilant visible and near-infrared spectrometer, or VNIS, has kindled speculation and anticipation across the globe. Despite our insatiable curiosity, the findings arising from the VNIS analysis remain veiled in secrecy, while tantalizingly withholding any visual imagery of the enigmatic substance, thereby further fanning the flames of conjecture. Scientists tend to believe that the so-called gel is more likely a variation of molten glass rather than a conventional gel. This glassy substance is thought to have formed when a meteorite struck the moon's surface, leaving behind a molten signature. Mahesh Anand, a planetary scientist from the Open University in the United Kingdom, supports this theory but acknowledges the lack of comprehensive information, making definitive identification challenging. Nonetheless, Anand remains open to the possibility that the material may indeed be a type of glass. Should this glassy substance indeed be concealed beneath the lunar veneer, its significance could prove momentous, particularly if it had engaged with water ice. Another physicist hailing from Syracuse University endorses this notion, postulating that the substance might be lunar dust metamorphosed into glass by the searing heat generated during a meteorite's encounter. After all, meteorites stand as one of the scarce forces capable of reshaping the lunar surface, given the absence of other transformative geological processes akin to those observed on Earth, such as waves, winds, or volcanoes. To illustrate this concept, he invokes the formation of a glassy mineral termed trinitite at the site of the inaugural nuclear bomb test in New Mexico, a result of the intense heat generated by the explosion. He posits that a comparable phenomenon could occur during meteorite impacts on the Moon. Interestingly, this occurrence is not the maiden instance of an unusual, chromatic anomaly emerging on the lunar canvas. The majority of the Moon's surface is blanketed in fine gray lunar regolith. In 1972, during the Apollo 17 mission, astronauts Harrison Schmitt and Gene Cernan stumbled upon an unusual patch of orange-hued soil near their landing site. Scientists later determined it to be a remnant of a volcanic eruption from about 3.64 billion years ago. Could this new enigmatic substance be another result of a meteorite impact or a similar natural event? The answer remains uncertain, and we eagerly await further discoveries. Now in November 2021, rover Yuta-2 from the Chang'e 4 mission encountered a peculiar object that appeared from a distance like a small hut. This mystery hut left scientists intrigued and excited. They directed the rover closer to investigate, hoping to uncover its secrets. However, the truth behind the mystery hut turned out to be quite different from their initial speculations. As it turned out, the so-called lunar hut was nothing more than an ordinary moon rock, christened the Jade Rabbit due to its whimsical likeness to a bunny. This type of rock, fairly commonplace on the lunar terrain, would unquestionably be deemed an invaluable treasure on our terrestrial home. The mystique of the mystery hut, it appeared, was a clever interplay of shadows, angles, and celestial context. This captivating revelation serves as a poignant reminder of the limited extent of our knowledge regarding celestial entities and how our perceptions can warp the reality that lies beyond. Such optical illusions are by no means exclusive to the Moon. NASA's intrepid rovers have also encountered perplexing formations on Mars, only to unveil their true nature as mundane rock configurations positioned at peculiar angles. An iconic instance is the infamous face on Mars, a conundrum that upon closer scrutiny with advanced imaging technology, was unveiled as a mere play of light and shadow. Despite the somewhat underwhelming nature of these rocky revelations, it's essential to bear in mind that they still wield profound scientific significance. Each rock, every speck of dust, and every particle within the cosmos contributes to the tapestry of our comprehension of the universe. The innate human inclination to seek out the extraordinary is an enduring trait. Had there indeed been a diminutive lunar hut, the realm of science would undoubtedly be abuzz with fresh theories and conjectures. Nevertheless, the unearthing of the Jade Rabbit stands as a remarkable triumph for the inaugural rover tasked with exploring the Moon's far side. And what does the horizon of space exploration hold for us in the days to come? China stands resolute in fortifying its endeavors within the space race, nurturing its ambitions of erecting a human-occupied lunar base. Their aspirations transcend mere national prestige, as they envisage the launch of nuclear-powered spacecraft to both colonize and traverse the cosmic expanse, with blueprints that entail the construction of their inaugural moon base by the year 2028. China draws nearer to its ambitious objectives, thereby challenging NASA's historical dominion in the realm of space exploration. These audacious undertakings aimed at extending our presence beyond the confines of Earth hinge upon the potent force of nuclear energy, ushering forth an intricate ensemble of landers, hoppers, orbiters, and rovers, the indispensable tools for these cosmic feats. These forthcoming missions are anticipated to be carried out under the banners of Chang'e 6, 7, and 8. China's lunar exploration program is not merely content with staking a claim among the stars. It's charting an audacious trajectory, one that envisions a fully fledged moon base realized within the span of a decade, underpinned by cutting-edge designs fueled by the might of nuclear energy. China is carving its celestial legacy with unwavering confidence. In recent years, China has embarked on a monumental odyssey in the realm of space exploration. They've dispatched probes to the lunar sphere, crafted their very own celestial abode, and are now poised to set their sights on the enigmatic red world of Mars. With aspirations soaring high and their aspirations stretching far beyond the exosphere, they find themselves locked in a riveting cosmic contest, with NASA harboring ambitions to return their astronauts to the Moon's embrace, a feat not accomplished since the heyday of the Apollo program in the 1970s. However, this mission is not a pursuit driven by sheer inquisitiveness alone. It's a multi-billion-dollar endeavor, with both China and the US investing vast resources to explore the Moon in search of its latent riches. These lunar treasures possess the potential to nurture life on its arid surface and may well serve as a crucial stepping stone for humanity's impending leap toward the distant realms of Mars. China's lunar ambitions harbor a distinct focus on the Moon's south pole, a region believed to house a wealth of readily accessible water resources. Beyond the construction of a lunar base, their vision extends to the transformation of this space into a collaborative international research outpost. A comprehensive blueprint has already been etched into the cosmic canvas, featuring an array of forthcoming missions designed to pave the celestial path for this enduring moon base. A triumvirate of thrilling robotic missions, scheduled for the 2030s, stands poised to test pivotal technologies and lay the inaugural stones for China's prospective International Lunar Research Station. Looking ahead to 2028, Chang'e is primed to assess in situ resource utilization and pioneer 3D printing technology. This mission is set to lay the foundation for a crewed lunar landing in 2030, a momentous endeavor featuring 3 intrepid astronauts, 2 of whom will make the daring descent to the lunar surface. The Chinese International Lunar Research Station anticipates a series of 5 launches in the early 2030s, as it assembles the vital infrastructure for energy generation, communication networks, and resource harnessing. The success of these missions rests upon the capabilities of the Long March 9 Super Heavy Lift rocket, a vehicle that has recently undergone significant design enhancements to render it reusable. And only the inexorable march of time and the boundless expanse of space hold the answers. So thank you for joining us on this incredible voyage through the cosmos here on Spaceverse. Stay tuned for more exciting space discoveries right here on Spaceverse. See you on our next video.